In the ever-changing and often turbulent world of South African politics, few figures have sparked as much controversy, debate, and admiration as Julius Malema. His rise to prominence, his dramatic fallout with the African National Congress, and his formation of the Economic Freedom Fighters have all left an indelible mark on the political landscape of South Africa. Today, we'll delve deep into Malema's recent claims about his expulsion from the ANC, the dynamics between him and former President Jacob Zuma, and the broader implications this rivalry has had on the nation's political trajectory. So, buckle up as we explore this fascinating saga, unpacking the historical context, analyzing the recent developments, and pondering what it all means for South Africa's future. To understand the gravity of Julius Malema's recent statements, we must first revisit his political beginnings. Malema rose to fame as the firebrand leader of the ANC Youth League, a position that allowed him to showcase his talent for mobilizing the youth and his fiery rhetoric. He was known for his unapologetic support for the ANC and Jacob Zuma, who was then emerging as a key figure in South African politics. During Zuma's bid to unseat Thabo Mbeki, Malema was among his most vocal supporters, famously proclaiming that he was willing to kill for Zuma. These statements, controversial as they were, highlighted Malema's loyalty to Zuma and the ANC. But as Zuma's presidency progressed, cracks began to form in their relationship. Malema, always one to speak his mind, began criticizing the direction in which Zuma was taking the party and the country. He questioned Zuma's leadership, particularly in comparison to that of his predecessor, Thabo Mbeki. According to Malema, these criticisms were not meant as personal attacks but as part of a broader effort to hold leaders accountable within the ANC. However, Zuma and his allies saw things differently. They viewed Malema's comments as a direct challenge to Zuma's authority and a betrayal of the loyalty that had once defined their relationship. The tensions reached a boiling point in 2012 when Malema was expelled from the ANC officially. His expulsion was attributed to disciplinary issues, including actions that were seen as sowing division within the party. However, Malema has consistently maintained that his removal was politically motivated. In his recent remarks, he claimed that his expulsion was orchestrated by Zuma, who could not tolerate dissent or criticism. Malema argues that his comments about comparing Zuma's performance to Mbeki's were the final straw for the then-president. This dramatic fallout marked a turning point not only in Malema's career but also in South Africa's political history. After leaving the ANC, Malema founded the Economic Freedom Fighters in 2013. Under his leadership, the EFF has become one of the most vocal and influential opposition parties in the country. Known for their red berets and fiery speeches, EFF members have consistently challenged the ANC's policies and leadership, with Malema often leading the charge. But while Malema's rise as an opposition leader has been impressive, his recent comments have reignited old debates about the circumstances of his departure from the ANC. Was his expulsion genuinely about disciplinary issues, or was it, as he claims, an attempt by Zuma to silence a dissenting voice? Zuma's camp, unsurprisingly, has dismissed Malema's allegations as baseless. A spokesperson for the former president described Malema's claims as revisionist and self-serving, arguing that Malema's actions at the time went far beyond mere criticism. According to this narrative, Malema's behavior was disruptive and posed a threat to the unity of the ANC. However, political analysts have pointed out that Malema's criticisms of Zuma were reflective of broader concerns within the ANC during that period. Zuma's presidency was marked by growing discontent among party members and the public, with many questioning his leadership style and the direction he was taking the country. Malema's comments, though controversial, resonated with some of these concerns. Political expert Bundu has noted that Malema's criticisms highlighted deeper divisions within the ANC, particularly between older party veterans and younger leaders who were eager to see change. This generational divide within the ANC is an important aspect of the story. During Zuma's presidency, there was a growing sense among younger leaders and members that the party was losing touch with its original mission and values. These younger leaders, including Malema, were often more vocal in their demands for radical economic transformation and greater accountability. Their calls for change, however, were frequently met with resistance from the party's older guard, who were more focused on maintaining unity and stability. Malema's expulsion, therefore, can be seen as a symptom of these broader tensions within the ANC. His departure paved the way for the formation of the EFF, which has since become a major force in South African politics. The EFF's platform, which includes calls for land expropriation without compensation and the nationalization of key industries, has struck a chord with many South Africans who feel left behind by the ANC's policies. As South Africa approaches the 2024 general elections, Malema's recent remarks could have significant implications. By revisiting his fallout with Zuma, Malema is not only drawing attention to his own political journey but also reigniting debates about Zuma's legacy. For many South Africans, Zuma's presidency remains a deeply polarizing topic, with some viewing him as a champion of the poor and others seeing him as a symbol of corruption and mismanagement. Malema's comments also serve as a reminder of the enduring tensions between him and Zuma, tensions that continue to shape South Africa's political discourse. While the two leaders may have gone their separate ways, their rivalry is far from over. In many ways, their contrasting styles and visions for South Africa represent two different paths for the country's future. Looking ahead, it will be interesting to see how Malema's remarks influence the political landscape as the 2024 elections draw closer. Will they spark renewed debates about Zuma's presidency and the decisions made during his time in office? Or will they simply be dismissed as part of the ongoing rivalry between two political heavyweights? Whatever the case may be, one thing is clear: Julius Malema is not a figure who can be ignored. Love him or hate him, his impact on South African politics is undeniable. As leader of the EFF, he has shown a remarkable ability to connect with voters, particularly young and marginalized South Africans. His fiery speeches and unapologetic stance on key issues have made him a formidable force in the country's political arena. Before we wrap up, we'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Malema's recent comments? Do you believe his claims about Zuma's role in his expulsion from the ANC? And what do you think this rivalry means for the future of South African politics? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into South African politics, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks